You know, we do it hundreds, maybe even thousands of times a day. That simple click. And in what feels like an instant, a whole new world just opens up on our screen. But have you ever actually stopped and wondered what is going on inside the box in that tiny split second? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and go inside the machine because we're going to explain what really happens when you click.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Our entire digital life, our work, our friends, how we connect, it all comes down to this one simple little conversation we're constantly having with our devices. It feels so easy, so seamless, almost like magic. But, every conversation has to start somewhere.
And it starts right here, with this simple physical action. This is the bridge. It's the handshake between our world and that incredibly complex digital world living inside the machine.
And just like that, you get a response. It feels immediate. The screen changes, the application you wanted just springs to life. It's a perfect instantaneous reaction.
From our side of the screen, it's basically a magic trick, right? You see the magician tap the hat, and boom, the rabbit appears. But what we don't get to see is the incredibly detailed, logical process that's happening just beneath the surface. And honestly, that's where the real story is.
So that's what we're going to do. That's our mission today. We're going to trace the exact step-by-step journey that turns your physical click into a digital reality. So let's peel back those layers.
Okay, so the very first thing that has to happen is a kind of translation. Your physical action, that click, needs to be turned into a language that the computer can actually understand. This is the moment your computer starts listening.
And that first action, it has a name. It's called input. But it's way more than just a command. You should think of it like the starting pistol at a race. It's the trigger for an unbelievably fast chain reaction that's about to kick off inside the machine.
And here is that first critical step. See, your computer doesn't understand the word click. It speaks the language of electricity, so that physical press of the button is instantly turned into a little electrical signal, and that signal is then translated into the only language the computer truly understands: binary, zeros and ones. In that tiny microsecond, your physical intention becomes pure digital information.
So once your request is speaking the right language, it gets handed off to this incredibly well-coordinated internal team. It's not just a bunch of random parts. It's a whole system designed to work together in perfect sync.
And this office analogy, it breaks it down perfectly. Just imagine your computer is a super high-tech office. The operating system, that's the manager. It directs all the traffic and tells everyone what their job is. The CPU, that's your star employee, the worker who does all the really heavy lifting and the hard math. RAM is their desk, their immediate workspace. They only keep the files they're working on right now on the desk for super fast access. And storage? Well, that's the giant archive room, the huge filing cabinet where every single file is kept safe for the long term. Now, the key thing to remember is that the desk, RAM, is electronic and unbelievably fast, but it gets wiped clean when you turn the power off. The archive, storage, is a bit slower, but it holds on to everything permanently.
Okay, so now we've met the team. Let's actually see how they work together when you give them a job to do. We're going to follow the journey of that one click, step by step. Now, before we map out the whole thing, you have to understand this one core information highway. This is the golden rule. To get any work done, data has to move from that big, slow archive, your storage, onto the super fast but much smaller workspace, the RAM. And why is that? Because that's the only place the worker, the CPU, can get to it at the mind-boggling speeds it needs to operate.
All right, let's put our little office team to work and open an app. It all starts with your tap. That's the input. The manager, the OS, gets the request and says, okay, team, we need to open this program. It then tells the worker, the CPU, to get on it. The CPU says, I'm ready to go, but I need the files. So the necessary data for that app is pulled from the deep archive, the storage, and placed right on the desk, into the workspace. That's the RAM. Now the CPU has everything it needs right there within arm's reach. It processes all that data at an incredible speed, and boom, the final result pops up right on your screen.
In that final step, what you see on the screen, that has a name too. It's called output. This is the computer side of the conversation. It's the system showing you the result of all that internal work. So whether it's a new window appearing, a sound coming from your speakers, or a letter showing up as you type, what we see as the result is really just the final act in this high-speed, invisible play.
So as we start to wrap this up, the biggest thing to take away is that what feels like magic is actually something far more elegant.
It's just pure, predictable logic. And this quote really just nails it. A computer doesn't respond magically. It responds because every action follows a logical path. It's not sorcery, it's more like a symphony. A perfectly logical system where every single component knows its part and plays it perfectly.
So why does any of this matter? Well, because once you really grasp this fundamental flow, from storage to RAM to CPU, all managed by the OS, so many other things just start to click into place. You can start to understand why your computer might be running slow. Maybe its workspace, the RAM, is just too cluttered. You can get a better feel for how software actually works, and even wrap your head around more complex ideas like cloud computing, which really is just this exact same process happening on someone else's computer. It completely demystifies modern technology.
So the next time you click something, just remember what's happening. You're not just performing an action, you are kicking off this incredible high-speed dance of data between a manager, a worker, a workspace, and an archive. You now know the secret life of a click. But it does leave us with one final question. We know what happens after the system is up and running, but how does it all start? What happens in those first few seconds when you hit the power button that brings this entire digital office to life in the first place? Well, that is an entirely different story.